Alright, Jingwei's nerf just rolled in, and the nerf is pretty massive. So right here, the pursuit attack deals minus 65% damage to non-player units. So she's only doing what, 35% damage at this point per pursuit. But I think it's safe to say that she is still going to be meta for Sonica. As you can see, my score is still pretty crazy with her, 44.4 million. But I probably won't be breaking this 87 million for a long time, right? So this is the team that I'm running right now. I'm running Catherine. Like I said in my video, I want Catherine to spam her S3, because if I use Jin Yao doesn't spam the S3 as much, right? So I can put her on the Harmony set, and then on the Hold Fast set. Again, my Feng Shun is on Ocean set because I want him to cycle his S3 and S2 for as many times as possible. And then Jingwei is on Thunder set, Brawler. Hayley is on Calamity and Counter. And then lastly, the Fatum Sisters is on Ocean set to spam their S3. So this team is still better than the old Sonica team. You can still use it to get like a really high score, and the reason is because they did nerf her pursuit attacks, but they did not nerf her S3. If you have like an R6 Liam might still be better than her, but I don't think, if your Liam is at R2, I don't think, yeah, see, still almost 50 million, even though they nerfed her damage to 35% per pursuit, right? So what happens here is that she does deal significantly less damage on her pursuits, but her S3 does like 3 million damage, and she spams her S3 pretty reliably as well, because when she has at least 3 buffs on her, her S3 cooldown gets reduced by 1 turn, right? When she gets a turn, she's doing way less damage compared to the old Jingwei. Still almost 1 million damage with her pursuits, but keep in mind, there we go, almost 3 million on her S3. But keep in mind, she does pursuit on every ally attacks, right? Whereas if you use a Liam, then you have to chance it whether he procs the relief set or whether he procs the the ally that has the Liam's buff, so that he can pursuit attack. Jingwei still doesn't care about that, even though she gets reduced damage with her assist. It's all of your allies that she will assist, right? So she is still going to be meta for Sonica for a very long time, unless they release a unit that is similar to Jingwei that can perform assist on most of the attacks. Yeah, I'm still doing like 2 million damage with her S3, and yeah, they did nerf her S2, and it seems like counter attacks still do the full brunt of the damage, which is good because Sonica does a lot of AoE attacks, right? When she does AoE attacks and then Jingwei procs a counter, that's still 2 million damage. It's not reduced damage because it's not an assist attack. Now with this nerf, I did test her out in Forbiter just a little bit, and her damage did significantly decrease. She did like from 4 million to 2.6 million, something like that. So in Forbiter or in Dark Starlord, she might not be the best anymore. You might want to swap her out, but keep in mind, she does provide a constant seer debuff, which is huge for your entire team, right? So moving forward, she might not be your main DPS for Sonica or Forbiter, and she's mostly going to be there for seer debuff and just slightly high damage. Yeah, if you take a look at the leaderboard as well, people are still using Jingwei over Liam, but for those who have R6 Liam, you might still be better off with Liam, but most people don't have an R6 Liam, so Jingwei is still going to be the best DPS for Sonica Team 1. Now her spot in APAP is still going to be the same. She is still going to be the seer debuffer. Some of you may not have enough damage, so you might need to rely on her damage a little bit, but for the most part, she's still going to be the same role in APAP, right? She's going to be the seer debuffer, and that's mostly her job. Damage is not really her strong suit over here. Again, you can compensate on the damage when you get higher Divinate on your Espers or higher Resonance. Her damage is just something that you rely on the side, right? It's not her main thing in APAP. There we go. She's still landing the seer debuff, Okay, that one I do need to rely on her damage a little bit, but that's only just 1% of Apep's HP. Okay, in Fafnir is where I kind of rely on her damage a little bit because my Elaine doesn't one-shot the boss, right? So if Elaine doesn't one-shot the boss, then I do need to get some damage in with her. And also, oh, okay, this one as well. In the first wave, if I don't kill this guy, then I do need to clear the first wave with one additional turn. So if I didn't land the defense break right there, that would be kind of bad for me. Yeah. Okay, so the second wave as well, I kind of need to rely on her damage a little bit to kill off this guy. Her role in Fafnir did change a little bit because I do need to rely on her damage pretty significantly with Fafnir for clearing this first and second wave, and then also for the boss stage because I lack a little bit of damage from my Elaine. Yeah, I'm lacking a lot of damage from Elaine because because now she's doing less damage on her pursuits, right? Which means on the first assist that she does on Fafnir, it doesn't lower his HP further. Yeah, I can no longer get the 10 turns consistent run because her damage is what something I rely on in Fafnir. Let's do a few blitz and we'll see if I can still maintain within that 11 to 12 turns run. Well, I don't think 10 turns is possible for me, at least. Oh, okay, we got 10 turns, but it's not going to be consistent, yeah. It's really inconsistent to get the 10 turns. 25 turns, I think this one is without defense break. Let's take a look at the 14 turns real quick. Again, the first wave is where I rely on her damage more because I do need to kill off this guy. And since I don't kill off this guy, I need more turns to clear the first wave. Yeah, see? Even with 2 assists, I couldn't kill off this the guy on the front. So yeah, it's a lot slower for me for Fafnir at the very least. Okay, almost one-shot Fafnir. Let's see if her damage plus Feng Shun is enough. Not enough. Yeah, definitely the nerf on her damage definitely affects my Fafnir run. It's gonna affect some people's Fafnir runs if you do rely on her damage, right? But some people don't really rely on her damage that much because if you have a Mateo, you don't really care about damage at that point. You can just one-shot the boss. And if you are running the Donar comp, you don't really rely on her damage that much as well because you just one-shot the waves with Donar, right? You don't really need her help to clear the waves. So yeah, that's about it. Again, her nerf is pretty massive. 65% reduction in damage is insanely high, but she is still the meta for Sonica just because the fact that she does her pursuits on every ally attacks. Whereas we have units like Liam, while he does a lot of assists, he only assists when the ally with the Vigilant or the Haven buff attacks, right? So he has his full brunt of damage, but it's only on pretty much one additional ally when they attack, and it's only when they cast their S1. Jing on the other hand doesn't really care. As long as you do an attack, it doesn't matter if it's an S3, S2, S1, whatever it is. When you do an attack, she will she will assist attack with her S1 that also puts on a seer debuff. So yeah, that's about it. Again, she's still meta, very good Esper. Build her right now for Sonica, and yeah, that's about it. Ciao.